Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Johnson. Larkin out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Moore.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Washington Wizards.
The bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent.
I'm gonna remind you each play. Alright?
Okay. I had a sim because
Oh, you won.
obviously I'm gonna win.
It was 12-9, bruh. Really? Score was 12-9.
No, it wasn't. That's the record.
Oh.
That's the net.
Sorry.
I had to restart because I shot a 2. CFO. Whoa, head coach. Who gets the most money? I would like to be that head coach.
Oh.
Eric Spoelstra smart
Why?
because he get money.
To me, he's smart. That's his job.
I mean, that's a good job. He get 5.3 million. Ding, that boy get 9.9 million. That's flat. 9.16. Some of these coaches be broke.
Byron
13?
Scott. Byron Scott. Hey, get him. Get that headset.
Who?
Him.
Him?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Money.
That's how much he gets paid. Not you, dumb. You don't know how to play my GM, do you?
I don't play my gym.
If I hire,
You get money.
I have to pay that coach that money.
Oh, hell no.
Dong. Mike Conley got that $122 million contract, I think.
130 million, you mean?
I think 130, I don't know.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
What? Both of y'all have white jerseys, dummy.
No, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't.
What jersey you got?
Black. That's
No,
a
you
neck. That's a neck.
Tough turf.
Hard as a rock, no backfire. Okay, there you go.
Tell them that I'm in your house and I'm gonna rob you.
What?
Tell you two that I'm in your house and I'm gonna rob you.
No.
Yes.
Why?
So they can call the cops.
Why?
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here in Memphis, we have an interconference matchup with the Grizzlies looking to create some cheers for this crowd. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare
Only 3.
defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge
Mike
the
Conley
shooters.
isn't
They
even
didn't
that
defend
good,
the
and he
shooters
gets
like they should
fouled.
have. Once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Big Dog. Big Dog is out there with Big Dog. Then there's Big Dog.
Big Dog is up there with Big Dog.
You know,
It's
Dave
the
Gage,
team
the
of
coach for the
needs.
Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early
What'd you
on in
say?
his career.
Here's more. The shot is
No.
up. Now Memphis
If you
takes it
put
the
that
other way.
back, I
They
swear.
couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring
Give me
the
that.
fire on that side
Come
of the ball.
on.
And
Stop
guys, it
playing
was
dog.
befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out.
Dang it.
He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior.
You,
Guys,
Great, thanks for the
no wonder
report,
you always
Doris.
getting hurt.
Here's Conley.
Banging.
Heat knocking down the tray.
Basketball's on your head.
There's the pass to Gasol.
Go on, Omegle.
Fades away. Count the bucket.
What great touch
Chaz's
there on the
computer
fadeaway.
password
Man,
is-
right in his face.
Heat have gone
Capital
2 for 4
T.
from the field so far today.
The Kaka
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Wupu.
They get it again. Pass to Moore.
Said the F word. Your dad.
No, he didn't.
What do you say then?
He said mom.
What?
He said mom.
From deep
Did I make him
three-point
fall?
range, the long distance three is buried.
I think I made him fall.
Moore's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the defense.
Hey!
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire
Oh,
his
he
tenacity.
slipped.
Like me yesterday. Want clear?
Memphis has
Oh,
gone
you got
0-2
broke.
from deep here. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
And they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
And again, Miami with the triple.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
we should have said
Moore against Conley.
that was lame.
Rebounded by Moore.
The stuff he just said.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the
Yeah,
first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
And Moore kicks to Moore.
Only thing he's doing is sit inside and eat all day. Well,
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. And the
Bruh.
basket good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes.
it's
they're
boring.
allowing.
I don't want to shoot all
No, there
threes.
might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are
cost
just
me.
game shots. And guys, Memphis
got
would
some
lose
pretty
2
ones
of
on,
their 3
boy,
games
cheap.
at home against
I might
Golden
come
State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. Jeff Green is checked in for Barnes. And it's Chalmers in
That's
for
all
Mike
you
Conley.
got, bro.
And then for Miami, Big Dog comes in for Big Dog. And Moore subbed in for Moore. Here's Moore.
Dang it.
And again, Miami with the triple.
I
The
wasn't.
defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little
Look at Mario
more to
Chalmers.
disrupt their offensive rhythm.
Mario Chalmers is in the
Now
what?
here's Chalmers.
Seriously?
Kicks to right.
No, duh.
Rebounded by
How
Moore.
did you not know
If he
that?
gets to the rim, he's converting it into
He
points.
got traded.
But the defense stood tall there.
This
Feeds to
season.
Moore.
Oh,
Some nice
No,
ball
he
movement there by the
didn't.
Yes, he
Heat.
did. He got traded.
No, he didn't.
From deep.
Offseason,
From beyond
No,
the
he
arc and then
didn't.
some.
No.
And that's now
You
6
still need to
points for
update
Big
your
Dog.
rosters.
And boy, have they
I got the
come
updated
strong,
roster.
really
He
pounding
didn't
the
leave.
offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
You can't
Now
either.
here's Lee.
Okay,
He
then.
hasn't scored yet.
Why are
That
you
I'm
trying
sure
to
will change.
Well, you should be leaving.
And again, Miami with the triple.
You know what?
It's
I'm tired
early,
of shooting
but they
threes.
are
I'm
getting
just
pummeled
I
on the
said
glass.
that.
Well, they've got to
I
take
got
a stand
24 points
and
with
commit to
threes.
controlling their defensive backboard. These second chance buckets are killing them.
And it's Big Dog with the foul.
It's
That
so
is his first foul of the game.
Dean up with haircut messed up. Looking like Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say?
The haircut messed up.
What?
Isn't your favorite player Dwayne
15
Wade?
seconds left here in the first quarter.
Nothing.
Chalmers against Moore. And Chalmers kicks to Green.
I said that boy
Here's
got
Wright.
a messed up
And he
haircut like
slams
Dwayne
it
Wade.
one-handed.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like
Oh.
that.
Gee, he does put in the work. You're right. It's
Ooh,
one
I
he's
am
on the
wet
finishing
backboard.
end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has
That-
never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
That is lame. You don't even know. You is
Right here.
you are so lame. You don't even know. You look
That
like
was
a.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a moment now, look at the scoring approach
Every
in terms
cheerleader
of
on
where
2K
the points
does
are
the
coming
same
from
team.
for the Heat.
They
I'll tell you
look
what, they must
like.
have had a good shoot around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting to that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this
doing?
first half.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Chalmers is out there with
No, no, no,
Conley,
no.
and it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Going over some of the quickest players in the league, you think about Mike Conley and Clark. What sets him apart is that he's always under control, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he takes great care of the basketball. He uses the change of speed and hesitation moves to get where he wants to go, and he's masterful in getting into the lane and finishes with both hands.
What did you say? What did you say at the
Barnes can't
beginning?
get it to go. The Heat leading by 16.
I had something. What did you say?
Moore outside.
Oh.
Many cannot fight all he really do is talk. All he really want to do
From
is
deep
be the
three-point range, they grab their own miss. Over to the wing. Second quarter, and we're just
man,
over a
he's
minute in.
back.
It's rebounded by Memphis.
He can't even fight. All he wanna do is sit around and talk. And he eat all day.
Conley against Moore. Moore with the steal.
Sense.
And it's the Heat on the break. Moore's running.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
I'm so
Great point. I
glad
mean,
that
that aggression
2K
has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. Yeah,
Zach
just frustrated by
Randolph
their lack of
looks
production
like
offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots
that
just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump
that
that they're
great
having
penguin marshmallow.
can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys
Hey.
reset and refocus.
The Heat making a switch here.
Oh, give me that.
Moore's checked in. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Steal paid instant dividend.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
I got my squad.
You is lame.
Dishes to Randolph.
This song
Moore with
is
the block.
not gonna get fame. Hey.
Chalmers against Moore.
What about headlines? Oh wait, let me try
Try.
to fit with this one.
And
Picks it off
one.
the glass. Moore's got
Dang,
five.
that boy ate that.
Heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Ooh. Oh, that was
When you
live.
look back at the 2015 Heat and the injuries,
The boy ate that
probably
thing.
brought that team down. We can go from Chris
Like
Bosh with the debilitating blood clot
panda.
in his lung, and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any off a team,
The
things are going to
Uber.
get difficult.
Do the
It
Uber
was
everywhere
impressive
and-
that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Uber
gonna be a
everywhere.
3-second
Free
call.
rolls in my
Kevin,
door.
let's check out how Miami
Canada,
stacked up in the league
y'all.
stats over the last month. First in scoring, first in free throw percentage.
Alright.
Number one in taking care of the ball, not many
Come on,
turnovers, big value
Come on,
possessions
G.
like no
Come
other.
on.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league.
Man,
Every
Hold on,
single
hold on.
offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it
But he
difficult
is so
to hang
big.
with.
He can't even get a base.
You know,
Only
Bosh was the
thing he
big
wanna do
injury
is
hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season.
Oh.
And 20 different players started at least one
It's
game.
too easy.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the
I don't even
paint
know
and
if
keep
I'm gonna
scoring
finish
points.
this game.
Keep it going.
So easy.
Not a lot you can do as a defense
Kinda.
when they keep hitting the ball in the paint like this.
Bro, I
Good looking
Give me the
like a
ball
saw.
already.
Back to Conley.
Yeah, man, he is so good.
Shot clock at 6. It's
Money
hauled in by
is
the Heat.
guy.
Moore's got his 6th
Money
rebound on
is
the night.
guy.
And injuries are something that
Everyone
you
knows
can't
that
plan
anyway.
for, but you can prepare.
Only
for
thing he
them.
could do.
Man, he's so gay. He can't even get away. All he really do is sit inside and eat all day. Man, he do it.
Moore with the bucket.
Like a
Been
penguin.
the story here today, hasn't it?
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Green is checked
You
in
look
for
like one of
Marcus
them
Gasol.
dumb penguins.
Checked in for
Man, he is so gay.
Memphis
Oh,
is
man.
1 or 2 on 3-pointers here
I
in the
think someone
second
just
quarter.
texted me. Who they be? Who they be?
Here's
Facebook.
Conley.
I don't even like Facebook. I
Green
got
with a screen
Facebook
for
to play
Green.
against
Man,
Rihanna.
he is
Pass
so
to
gay.
right.
He can't
And the
even
shot is
get
good.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions
All
this
day.
first half, they've established great position inside.
Getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Took him no time at all on that one.
I will walk
And it's 6 points for Big Dog.
How about that move?
You sound like one of those old
able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Uber everywhere instrumental.
No, this
There's the screen.
Let's do Kodak.
Right outside.
Ah!
Moore with the block.
Oh, good save! Good save! Good
So
save!
their last game
Good
went against the
save!
Nets.
And you know what?
Oh,
Sometimes
God.
it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But
Dang,
bottom line
cost
is
me a
their
game.
opponent didn't shoot it well.
Bah!
And
Okay, you
gotta
can make
take
that, you
some
can
of the
make
credit
that.
From a defensive
Okay.
standpoint.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, it's all about the results, right? And if you can limit open looks, sometimes you can get
Buzzer!
into opponent's head. So even when they do spring free,
Hey.
they lack the confidence or at least are distracted.
Eat all
Not able to
day.
knock those shots down.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Heat as they end the second quarter
looking
with an
kinda
energy
lost.
a 19-4 run. Time now
I told you, bro. I use my
2K
brain.
Sports halftime show.
Yeah.
Hey, you're like the Ice Cube.
Hmm?
No, you're like the Dr. Dre.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back
But
to
you
the 2K
right
Sports
lit.
halftime show.
But like
Miami
you,
did not hesitate to set the
like,
pace. Their
you're
exceptional
like
focus
the-
and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4
yeah,
run
pretty
at the
much.
start.
I'm like
Big-time
Dr.
offense for them
Dre
was the
slash
theme. And
Ice
at the end of
Cube
quarter one, they were up by 16.
because I be.
Then in quarter number two, it was all handled. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again.
Kodak got a
at
big
the horn.
head. He looks like an ape. With his spiky hair. Yeah.
Now it's been a one.
I'm on broadcast, so like everyone's gonna hear you mess up.
Plenty of time to mount a comeback. One of the great stories here, Big Dog
People
getting it
might
done
watch
today.
it later. I mean,
You
I
just
ain't
love it
famous,
when the
but-
decision making is as good as it was there in that
Oh,
first half.
cookies.
Didn't force anything.
Cookies,
I think here in the second
cookies,
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And for Memphis,
right there,
they're
it's
shooting
right
about
there.
35%
On the
from the
bottom
floor.
of the
Not
screen.
much falling for them.
No, on the
One bit of
screen.
news for the Grizzlies last year is
Scared.
that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the
Scared.
energy. They're so partner now.
It's
with
right
the
there.
Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
Here's Conley. To the left wing. No, near Barnes.
Give me the
No
rebound.
good from outside.
And for Memphis and the
Sight,
D-League,
well, you thought
they
I was
made the
shooting
most
y'all.
of it. Sent 3 players for a
I'll
total
shoot
of
from
14
over here,
assignments
but
with the energy. And that's how you
why
make
would you
the
foul
most
him?
of
Dang, I don't know
And it's
about
Big
Chuck.
Dog with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Man, he is so big. He can't
Here's
even
Conley.
get up big. All he really do is sit inside and eat.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played.
Why'd you say
Damn,
By Randolph.
You messed it up.
Conley into the lane. Inside from 11 feet away. Can't hit. And it's Miami the other way.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names.
Yesterday, Rice Gum sucker punched me in the face. A lot of you have many questions. Why did he do it?